Guys, I'm really sad to report that Knights of the Old Republic, the PS5 remake, is reportedly delayed indefinitely. This comes from Games Radar. Big F here. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is reportedly in serious trouble and has been delayed indefinitely. That is according to a new report from Bloomberg. Speaking to the people familiar with the ongoing development from the remake at Aspire Media, throughout July, according to the report, studio heads have been meeting with employees to inform them that Knights of the Old Republic remake is effectively on hold. This is reportedly so that the studio can search for new contracts and development opportunities. Like a complete dump, dude. A complete dump of this. So what else do we have here?
It's not looking good. In late June, Asper Media reportedly presented Sony and Lucasfilm with a vertical slice of the remake to represent their own vision of the final project. In the meetings the following month, studio heads told employees that the vertical slice, quote, wasn't where they wanted it to be, unquote. And that two studio heads, design director Brad Prince and art director Jason Miner, had both been fired from the company.
James, I just want to talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
This company
Mm-hmm.
brings a vertical slice of the game of what the game will be like finished. So let's say the game is completely unfinished, whatever, they're still working on it, but they have one section where they're like, this is what the final product is going to look like and play like. They deliver this, they play it. Can you imagine working on this for so many years and then just having, the heads of the studio be like, this is not quite it.
It doesn't
guys.
cut
This
it.
is not quite it.
It doesn't
And then
cut
they
it.
fire the two directors of the game because of this vertical slice. It's not even like, let's make it better. It's like, you guys are not, this is not the good vision. This is not right.
I mean, to some extent, I have to think like, yeah, they know what's best for this game, and maybe they just weren't the right people to be working on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even if
I do.
but delayed indefinitely just doesn't sound good. It sounds like it's in development hell.
No.
Before I comment more, if you have anything last to say, I'm going to continue. Just so we get the full picture. Ultimately, the fate of the Knights of the Old Republic remake remains unclear. According to the new report, it's claimed that Asper Media originally wanted to release the remake announced in September 21 by the end of 2022. That's this year. Employees speaking as part of the report now believe that a more realistic release window is at some point in 2025. There's also a belief that developer Saber, who is collaborating with Asper Media on the remake project, now might take over the game completely. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is still slated to be a PS5 console launch exclusive, but we'll have to wait and see any further details about its ongoing development troubles.
Yeah.
Is this in development hell?
I think you could say this is officially in development hell right now, but it is in a development gray area to where we don't know if this will be continued to be developed at this point in time. Game,
we kind of do, maybe not under Asper, but potentially under Saber. I don't know anything about Saber.
Me neither. Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But the fact that they're asking the studio to to look for new contracts and development opportunities is crazy. Now, one thing, we know Lucasfilm has the ability to just can Star Wars projects in the past because it's happened after seeing stuff or trailers and stuff like that. I don't think this is too late to get canceled, but I think this is a big player for them. If you really think about it, like,
I think this would be the time to cancel it, though, if they were thinking about canceling it.
100%. Now would be the time before people get their hopes up with the gameplay, something or whatever it looks like.
Right.
The fact that they're saying that it was going to launch in 2021, push to 2022, and now, if it would ever come out, it would be
No. They were not originally going to release. It was just announced in September 21. It was not slated for a 2021 release.
Oh, they wanted to release the remake by the end of 2022, but now they're saying it might release in 2025. But that's from people. We don't know. We have no comment from the developers whatsoever. These are just from inside people's. So, I don't know what the fate of this game is if it's actually happening. But delayed indefinitely could mean a lot of things. We've seen delayed indefinitely get a new release date and actually release. But we've also seen that be delayed forever and canceled and done.
Yeah.
It's really sad, dude. I was extremely excited for this game. Extremely excited. Especially because I think the Star Wars story is, people claim it's one of the best Star Wars stories is through Knights of the Old Republic. So the fact that we were going to be able to play a remake of that on PS5 with that insane CG trailer we saw, which was just of Revan walking out of the darkness, was so badass. Like I'm so excited to play this. It's a bummer, man. This is a huge bummer.
I'm still hesitant to say this is a bummer because I want to trust that Sony and Lucasfilm have a high expectation for this, and if they aren't meeting that high expectation, because imagine if this did release at the end of 22 in the state that they might have seen it in, and we're like, shit, like this is not good. You know what I
That would
mean?
too.
That
Yeah.
would suck. So I really I think Sony and Lucasfilm know the high bar that is set for this
Mhm.
game and what it means to the fans and what it means for the franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
And I want to expect, and I hope they do. And that's me projecting like a little bit of my hopes and dreams for the
Sure.
game. But I would expect them to know how important this game is and that they would have such a high expectation for this
Yeah.
game to absolutely look and feel incredible.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think that's great. Guys, if you want to know more about KOTOR and its indefinite delays or if it's happening, all of that, stick right here, Strictly Casual. We appreciate you guys. If you're listening to audio or if you're listening to this clip on YouTube, you can check out the full audio podcast on all audio platforms. Just type in Strictly Casual Checkpoint on, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, whatever the crap you listen to podcasts on. You can find us there, or you can watch the whole video podcast right here on youtube.com/strictlycasual if you become a member. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.